fight is not against LGBT, or this fight shouldn't be against LGBTB. That is what most people are saying. That the very dark man fight should not be against the gay people in Nigeria. That the fight should be against corruption. I've had this conversation. If you go to the Facebook, Instagram, and all the, or even your WhatsApp group, people are mixing the whole thing up. People don't really know what this fight is all about. Is this fight of VDM with the Femi Falanas, is it against LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and the trans? Or is it against corruption? That is a question we should ask ourselves. First of all, how did this fight started? This fight started because Bobrisky took, do I say a loan, or took money from a friend and didn't want to pay back. And when the friend tried to drag him, Bobrisky tried to blackmail this friend, because Bobrisky, he knew very well that the society, the Nigerian society, does not accept gay openly. But there's a lot that is happening behind the back door. But openly, according to our culture, we don't accept gay. So, in an attempt to call Bobrisky out, very dark man discover many other things. First of all, very dark man wanted to call Bobrisky out to pay the money he borrowed. Not because she was gay or she was, just pay back the money you borrowed. And other things cropped up. And most of the other things that cropped up was one, corruption with the EFCC and the Correctional Center. But it looked as if this corruption took place probably because Bobrisky was a trans. There's no way. A lot of people are saying this fight is between the corruption. It's not about those that are gay in Nigeria. This whole fight is mixed up. There's no way we can separate the corruption aspect from the agege aspect, because very dark man was not put in the May section because she was a man. Was that the reason? She was not put in the May section because she was a man. No. She or he was not put in the May section because he had qualities of a female. And there was this fear that she might be devoured. That was what we were told. So why did she have qualities of a female? Was it because of corruption? No. So these two are mixed together. These two issues are mixed together. It's like a cardinal of chain. So it was because she has these female features. That was why they looked for an apartment, according to the Correctional Center, for him. Bobrisky said something, that as a male or as a man, he suffered a lot. He suffered a lot. And he realized that if he was able to convince people that he is female or he is a woman, he can afford to get a lot of favor from the society. That was why she turned herself into female. She said so. So the reason for turning herself into a female was because she wanted, or she believed, life would be lots more easier if she was a female. And really, the reason why she was put into an apartment and she didn't go to the male section of the cell was because, we'll say now, she was a female. So she was right that she gets a lot of benefit by being a female. Others will say, no, the reason why if she was a female, she would have gone to the female section. But don't forget, Bobrisky, we were told years ago, pregnated his or her PA. So the gentleman still has the Odogun, and it's still functioning even better than you and I, because of the age. He's a young man. So it was because of this LGBT wahala, that was why he went to the VIP section. of the prison. Then the another question we want to ask is, does the Nigerian society give a VIP privilege to those that are LGBT? It means our society has accepted them and given them that status. That, wow, this is LGBT, we need to give them preference. As we really accepted them? Then it was because of her physique that people felt sympathy for her or for him. Maybe if he was truly a man, a lot of people that have come to his or her rescue will say, Namana, let them suffer. The reason why people were helping her, even while in the VIP apartment, she was getting donation. Getting enough donation to be able to get 10 million to pay for a presidential pardon. And there were a lot of people ready to cover for her. There were a lot of people, including the correctional center officers, were ready to cover for her. Because most of them see her as a female. The only thing we will say is that she is a female with Odogu. She is a pretty. If she want to go for a beauty contest, I'm sure she might win. She's a pretty. Look at the picture that we post there. She's a pretty woman. And most men forget that she is a woman, or they just try as much as possible to treat her like a woman. So people are now saying, are we fighting against LGBT or corruption? Because it looks as if the Falanas have taken this issue of defaming of their character so much that we have even forgotten the corruption aspects. If not because of Very Dark Man, we have even forgotten about the LGBT of it. So on Monday, they are going back to the National Assembly. My advice to all Nigerians: let us not look at Bobrisky as the problem we have in Nigeria. I agree to some that says if what she's selling or he's selling to Nigerians, if it's not caught, we might get into trouble. And we also learned today that Gist Lover came out with a list of names of Nigerians that are gay, or they think, because there is no proof. All they just see was that this is what we had, that this person is this. There is no proof. They have not seen any of this with people around. So we will take it with a pinch of salt. But what do we learn from it? We are beginning to make this issue bigger than the issue of corruption. Really, there's no way we could separate these two. We agree. But first of all, for we to move forward and get the right thing done, we must first of all remove the LGBT thing aside, so that we're able to deal with the corruption. We're able to deal with the corruption. I believe that corruption is bigger than this LGBT of a thing. I believe that we have to solve the corruption first. I know it's interwoven, because if it was not because of this LGBT, some people that went into covering for her or him would not have done such a thing, because they felt that one day Bobrisky might one day give them back the favor that they are offering him now. So the point I am really making is, we should not let this LGBT of a thing cover our mind, just as we should not let this fight be between the Femi Falanas and VDM cover our eyes too. We should try as much as possible to tackle the most important thing, and that is corruption. If we can get it right, if all Nigerians are not corrupt, we will say the truth. We won't care whether it's Bobrisky that is in our front. We will say the truth. That yes, Bobrisky did not go to the male cell or did not go to the female cell because we were confused, and that was why we put him in a VIP. We are going to put him in a VIP. The nation, everybody will understand, yes, he is being put in a VIP section. But it looked as if it was done secretly. They wanted to cover it so that nobody would know. And really, many people, a lot of Nigerians didn't know until Bobrisky was beginning to run his mouth with the guy that he has refused to pay the money. So this is the point we are making. When trees falls on tree, you remove the topmost first. The same thing. When issues fall on issue, let's tackle the most important one first. And the most important one is the corruption. When we've been able to solve that corruption issue, then we now begin to tackle this cultural issue. Because whether you like it or not, our culture does not accept what Bobrisky is trying to say to us. Our culture does not accept. Then this Femi Falana's case, we should please let Baba rest for this case. Let him come. Let's join out and fight against the most pressing thing that we need to correct in that country: corruption. That is what has dragged us to these states. That is what has dragged Nigeria to where we are now. It was because of corruption we have embezzlements. It's because of corruption we don't have good roads. Because of corruption we don't have good hospitals. Because of corruption we are not able to even put our refinery into use. That will have saved us a lot of this oye buhaha. Because of corruption we'll not be able to put our agricultural sector into use. I have said this thing over and over again. Countries like Spain have two areas where they get their resources from. It's agriculture and tourism. The same thing with countries like Holland, Netherlands. Or is it Algeria, Morocco? These are countries that have a lot of gas and farming. We can do better if we pick the most important thing, which of course is the corruption cases. So we appeal to the Falanas to let the case of this VDM, let it go by. VDM, let this case about the Falana, let it go by. Let's fight the most important thing: corruption. And thank God Bobrisky is still alive to let us know how the whole thing was manipulated and played upon. So if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, this is INI-TV. We are global and social commentator. We'll ask you to please comment. Let's hear your thoughts. Like, and also subscribe to this channel. After you subscribe, just press the notification bell button so that each time we upload video, it comes directly to you. And for our returning subscribers, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, but God love you most. As it is the culture in this channel. We'll catch you when we make the rest video. Until then, we say chooks, ciao, adios, au revoir, hasta la vista, bye bye.